Hey, welcome back to another edition of Everything Football 62. I'm your host, Jonathan Big Tex Johnson, a.k.a. Uncle Tex, which is UT. You know what I'm saying? A.k.a. Professor Tex. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man. Yesterday have an opportunity to sit up there and watch the Saints and the Vikings and whatnot, and watch Alvin Kamara do his best Gale Sayers impression. Hey man, it was lovely to see. You guys that basically know, I've been saying for a while that Alvin Kamara, he's on that Marshall Faulk, Thurman Thomas level. You know what I'm saying? And so if given the opportunity to do his thing, because I want to see him run through tackles. I want to see him run the ball. I want to see him milk the clock. I want to see him run through jokers. That's what I want to see him do. You know what I'm saying? Now, ironically enough, this is what I did. And I told you guys this already. Now, Alvin Kamara didn't even, everything at best was tumultuous coming out of college in Alabama, and that didn't work, and then going to Tennessee. Now, I told you guys, I said Alvin Kamara hadn't rushed for 1,000 yards since he was in high school. So he didn't do it in college, right? So he's on the verge of about 60-some-odd yards shy of it now. He got 16 touchdowns and whatnot this year, whatever. Alvin Kamara is a beast. He's with the best back in the league. But it's like that defining moment. And see, in 2017, when he first came in the league, he had 100-yard rushing game. 2018, 1. 2019, 0. 2020 has 1. He has a game or 2 left. He's probably not going to play in the last game. So whatever he's going to do next week, that's what he needs to do or whatever to try to get that G or whatever. But see, that's what I'm talking about. And I've said this for years. I said, look here, man. This cat, man, he should be, I'm like, he's on it. He has the genes of Marshall Faulk and Thurman Thomas. He has that gene. You throw LaDainian Thomas in if you want. But he kind of reminds me more so of them kind of guys, right? And I'm like, he was finally used the way it's supposed to be used. Drew Brees threw 3 picks yesterday. It was all Alvin Kamara yesterday. All Alvin Kamara. And this is the funny part. Now, I could bring this up. I'm going to bring it up. If jokers want to call it conspiracy theory, call it whatever you want to call it. I knew where I was at. See, back in 1990, I knew where I was at when I watched Warren Moon and them playing against the Kansas City Chiefs. Warren Moon registered the second highest passing yards in a game back in 1990 against the Chiefs. Now, he threw for 527 yards because the Flying Dutchman, Norman Van Brocken, got the record for like 540 something like that, something like that, right? The funny part about all this is this here, and I'll bring it all together here. I sit up there and watched this guy because it was a play with Warren Moon back during that time, right? It was a penalty call, I think offensive pass interference or holding or something like that. It was a 30-yard pass play. 25 to 30-yard pass play. What basically would have put him over the limit. He would have gotten the record. But that never happened. The great Gale Sayers, and I will always say, I've watched highlights of that game, of him 6 touchdowns. Alvin Kamara did a hell of a thing yesterday. Nobody seeing Gale Sayers in what he did, that game, in those conditions. Sorry. Now, funny part about this, going on with what I was saying, is that Mike Ditka, obviously a teammate of them guys, Mike Ditka stood up there and said he should have had 7. They took him out on the 2-yard line. Sounds familiar? Sounds familiar, right? Now, mind you, Ernie Nevins and Doug Jones got the record for 6. Along with that, Gale Sayers, now along with that, Alvin Kamara. Now, explain to me how come and why. I know y'all going to hate me for this shit, but I don't care. They get to the 1-yard line. Kamara runs them down to the 1-yard line, and they take him out and they put in Tyson Hill for him to get a 1-yard touchdown. Explain that one to me. He get that because at this time I think Kamara has like 4 or 5. He scores a couple of more. I'm like, he had 7. He's supposed to have 7. Nah, make sure he didn't get the 7. Gale Sayers was taken out the same way. You follow what I'm saying? See, this is what I explain to you, cats, what I do on my page and what I'm talking about. I'm just not blowing BS. Dude, I remember this. I lived this. I watch football every day during the weekend and whatnot during that time. I'm a football junkie. I come from a state where football is a religion. So I'm already letting you guys know what time it is when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, you go back to Warren Moon. I watched that game. I said Warren Moon's going to break that record. And when they sit up there and took that shit away, a 30-some-odd yard pass play away from them on like a 3rd down, that would have eclipsed the record. But see, don't nobody talk about that because, it was a penalty. But the penalty was weak. It didn't have to be called. Not touch the Dutchman's record. George Hallis takes out Gale Sayers. He takes out Gale Sayers on the 1 or 2 yard line. Who else gonna score? Nobody wanted him to touch Ernie Neville's and Dub Jones' record. To make it, he got 7. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not stupid. I know what I'm talking about when it comes to that crap. But yeah, I told you guys a while back about Alvin Kamara. I said Alvin Kamara, he's that guy. But Sean Payton holds him back by giving stuff to Drew Brees. Drew Brees threw 3 picks yesterday. And they can make it to the Super Bowl. But the only thing that concerns me about the Saints is their defense because Vikings was tat for tat with them. And just a few breaks went on. They still put up 33 on them. But they showed you what Kamara can do when y'all give him the ball the amount of times. You gave him the ball 22 times. That's just his 3rd 100-yard rushing, and he went for over 155. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we talking about and everything. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, so I'm just like, this ain't nothing new to people that really know the game. I say Alvin Kamara is that. Utilize him. Yeah, Joe. I don't know, man. Christian McCaffrey is better than. I'm like, put Christian McCaffrey over there with the Saints and put my man over there with him. I'm like, man, there's no contest. I've said I want to see him be used the same exact way, the way that Thurman Thomas and the way that Marshall Faulk used. And even if he don't get no yards in the passing game, no, I'll gut you up the middle, outside, wherever, as a running back, because that's what I truly am. All that receiving stuff, man, that's cherry on top. That's icing. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, big shout out to Alvin Kamara, man. This is what I've been wanting to see. I've been waiting on this. That's what I'm talking about. He's the man. And until he's a man, just like Terrell Davis was the man for those 2 runs dealing with that of John Elway. Now, we're going to see what they're going to do. Because I didn't like the fact, because technically that score, in my opinion, the playing against the Vikes, that should have been 55 to like maybe 14. Them jokers still put up 33 points. You don't want your defense to get hung 33 points on? Still some issues there that need to be dealt with. All right? And like I say, man, I tell you guys all the time, man. Like I say, my man, he's that dude. And I was happy to see him being utilized the way he was supposed to be utilized. He's Thurman Thomas. He has DNA of Thurman Thomas. He has DNA of Marshall Faulk and some of LaDainian Thomason, if used the correct way. And stop trying to always make it about Breeze. Breeze throwing picks left and right. Should have thrown 4 picks. But the Vikings defense is such garbage. But hey man. Hey man, you guys check me out. Subscribe to the page. Smash the like button. You know. And I tell you guys, I'm probably gonna be back because I'm gonna be back in a couple of minutes. Got something else I gotta talk about. Somebody's being done dirty in this league. There is no GOAT. There's no greatest of all time as long as time's still going on. I tell you guys all the time, you know, numbers don't lie and get emotional. People do. I'll catch you guys later.